I am currently sitting on the balcony of the room or the space that we have at Myrtle Beach, and it's very nice. I'm looking right at the beach, thinking I could get used to this shit. But the reality is, you still gotta work a damn job till you don't have to work one. However, that manifests by the actions that you take. It's all dependent on you. But anywho, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about as I watch and listen, because I'm in observe mode. I like to people watch and shit like that. You learn a lot. It This ain't no deep shit, but real shit. People are always doing something. They are always fucking doing something. And this is why it goes bump in the night. Because I don't give a fuck what time it is. Somebody somewhere moving, doing some shit. And you just got to acknowledge that and keep it moving. People be doing shit, whether it's good shit or positive shit, as you would see it, or it's some bad shit. It's some fucked up shit. And it's just some shit that you wouldn't do type shit. That's how life is. I think the problem with people, and this is just what I'm thinking, the problem with society is they have a problem with allowing people to be. They don't understand. You allow it, acknowledge it, but move accordingly. That's how I look at it. Non-cheaters getting mad at cheaters is crazy. They're cheaters. That's what they do. So non-cheaters need to work more diligently to find one another so they can be happy and let them cheating motherfuckers cheat amongst themselves and drive one another crazy. And maybe it won't go crazy at all. They might not learn shit. And they all just be cheating and passing diseases, and that's on them. That's their community bullshit. Stay away from it. If that ain't some type of shit you be on. All that shit with Diddy, first of all, I'm so glad. And I know they wouldn't be looking for me. I'm nowhere in the vicinity, but I'm so glad I wasn't on that trial. Listening to all of that foolishness, it's like, okay, I know that this exists and people do the shit, so I'm definitely not shocked. Because things go bump in the night. However, it's just like, bro, he was on some wild shit. He was wild. That shit wild. Like, no chill. Like, shit, he moved how Cameron be sounding to me. Like, out of order. He wildin', but that's what he do. Shit, I wouldn't be around no Diddy. They call him the diddler, bitch. Like, it's in the name. He about to be diddling my way, motherfucker. I don't I don't diddle, bitch. Now, that's not what I do. I might daddle. But diddle ain't. Okay. Fuck on. That's how I look at that shit. Entertainment, smoking. Them people in entertainment, just for you to know their name and say their name, be doing some of the most ignorant shit I've ever seen. It's wild. And the thing about it is, I'm not judging the shit. I'm just calling it what it is. I see it for what it is. I don't have no feeling towards it because that's you. I ain't going to do what you do. But the shit to get into them spaces is some wild ass shit, and people keep denying it and acting like they're slow. No, it's not. No, no, listen. Wild to me is people doing shit I wouldn't do, and there's a lot of doing shit that I wouldn't do that go on, and highly weird. So because I know I don't mesh with that type of foolery, I don't blend. You know? That's what I came to the conclusion of about this shit too. Like, I love doing this shit, and I will continue to do it because I love to do it. It's not for no other reason. Because I already know I don't want to be a part of Hollywood. I don't give a fuck about you know what I'm saying? I'm not a trick pony. I'm just getting on here talking, bitch. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, shuck and drive for you. And I ain't hating on the shucking and drivers. Keep shucking and driving. What I'm saying is I'm not going to do it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Shuck and jive. Baby, let me go get some confetti and balloons for you. That ain't the type of shit I be on. I don't want nobody messing with me, y'all, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever get to work and you catch somebody looking at you like 2 seconds too long? I don't like shit like that because that means you watching me. I don't need you to watch me. I don't need a chaperone. Where your handler at, biatch? Where's your handler? I don't like all that. I kind of feel like somebody's watching me. And I don't have no privacy. Who got time for that? It's too much. I don't watch nobody. Okay? I don't listen. I'm aware. Bitch, I didn't say I didn't know what was going on. I know enough for my safety. I pay attention for my safety, but I don't give a fuck about the crazy shit y'all be having going on. It's not my business. I don't come here to regulate other people. I got kids. I don't need to tell y'all what the fuck to do. If you don't know what to do, or if you don't know what's right or wrong or positive or negative or might be suspect or whatever you want to label the shit, if you don't know that by now, I ain't about to teach you, bitch, because life is supposed to teach you. You gonna let life teach you and I'm gonna allow it. I observe though. A lot of shit I don't have to go through and experience to learn from. I can watch it and be like, that ain't some shit. Considering what they had to do and the outcome and consequences. Not no shit I want to do. Not no shit I want to be a part of. I don't want to do that. Because, see, that has a lot of headache, heartache, resistance. It's a mess. I don't want it. So I look at that shit, I be like, ooh, that's a mess. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all. Now, if I do go through a lesson, I learn quick. Prime time example. I got pregnant, young, had a baby, and I said, ooh, I don't want to do this again. Unless I'm married, and ooh, I'm not about to have 2, 3, 4, 5 ignorant ass baby daddies coming into my house. We arguing, we stressing, and we have that type of low vibrational drama that is just, it's so unnecessary, and it just goes to show that the maturity level of people, because y'all are done. What we arguing about? Why we got conflict? It's stupid. It's stupid. Go find somebody else to play with. I released you to do that. Why do we have to go back and forth? Back and forth, back and forth. Because we have kids. No, that's ghetto. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't like arguing with people. I don't like conflict. I don't like to go somewhere in attention that you can cut the bitch with a machete. I don't like shit like that, but motherfuckers do. And so what I'm saying is, for the motherfuckers that just love chimney smoke, I'm straight. Bitch, I don't want to be involved. I don't like it. I like to chill. I like to go with the flow. I like to ride easy. Easy like Sunday morning. That's how I am. And y'all be on some Lil Jon and the East Side Boys type shit. I don't wanna, I like to get hype, baby, but my hype is by some water, some good music, and some good barbecue. That's my hype. And talk a little shit. Some people gonna tell a couple lies, and we gonna go the fuck home. That's me. All that other shit y'all be having going on. The baby mamas or baby daddies is cop callers. Every time you look up somebody in jail and need $20 and they gonna pay you back, and bitch, you ain't gonna see a penny of that shit. And all the ignorant ass custody drop offs, that's just drop the baby off. What the fuck? No. As I sit on this beautiful balcony, I'm reminded that life still goes on. And with that being said, it's going to go on with you being miserable. It's going to go on with you being happy. It's going to go on with you being ignorant. It's going to go out with you being, acting like you slow. It's going to keep it moving, regardless to whatever you pick. But I'm going to tell y'all again, I don't like people. Now listen, here's what some might call hypocrisy. I will look and watch your shit and be like, that's crazy. Dude wildin'. Sis tripping. You know what I'm saying? And I might be like, call 911 looking at your shit. And I will watch it. I will have my commentary to myself. And then I just be like, I don't want that shit. That's crazy. Nigga, why do you constantly have to ask people for $20? And you're never going to give it back. I'm going to get you back. You going to get it tomorrow. I don't know. I just feel like if I gotta borrow, no shade and no disrespect. I just feel like if I gotta borrow $20, the odds is I don't. You're not gonna get it back. I didn't have it in the first place. How were you gonna get it? I'm struggling to get it from you. You see what? You see how it goes. You see how that shit. Does it line up to you at all? I don't know. I don't know. It might not line up to you. I fuck with that too. I mean, I'm just saying, that man was 2 husbands ago. Why y'all still arguing? Now, understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying he ain't gonna argue and act a fool, because he got his own free will. He want to show his ass. That's what he gonna do. But I'm not gonna react to that shit because I'm not participating in that. It takes two to tango, and I don't know how to tango. Sorry, you're by yourself. Have fun. Fix to go back and forth with a motherfucker. Let me tell you how much I don't listen. Let me tell you something. My baby daddy is not nobody that I was thinking was Prince Charming and was trying to live the rest of my life with. I'm gonna just tell you like that. And the circumstances around it is wild anyway. It's just wild. And wild is different to everybody, but for my level of tolerance, it was wild. I'm trying to figure it out to this day. I'm still processing, and this might be something that's inconclusive. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I take accountability for even looking his motherfucking way, for whatever reason. Okay, this man had a girlfriend. I don't know nothing about no girlfriend. I don't know nothing about her. Okay, therefore I can't be disrespecting her because I don't know she exists, but she happened to. And so she calls me and she wants to argue on the phone. Oh no! Oh, she somebody I don't know that doesn't pay my bills, that doesn't affect my bottom line, wants to argue with me. I don't do shit like that. I don't even know you. So where is this heat coming from? Where am I get this smoke in my stack to fire back at your ass? I don't. When a Leo coming at you, we got to come at you. You know what I'm saying? But it's got to make sense. Because, you know, when I throw my shit out there, you going to understand. Stop it. One way or another. And everything don't involve violence. It's just really about a stance. So I told this young lady, like anybody else would tell her. I told her, I said, look here. You got to hit them with the look here. Look here. You are in over your head, baby. And hung up. Because what else are we talking about? If I crash out, baby, it's... We don't want me crashing out. And you ain't about to get that up out of me. So it's either let it go or crash the fuck out. That's how I handle it in this type of case with this type of ignorance, because you're coming at me wrong, ma'am. You better ask that knuckle-headed, stupid ass motherfucker you put your vagina on what's going on. Don't call me, bitch. I don't have answers. I didn't even know you were here. I didn't know you were a thing. I didn't know that God had placed you on the planet. The fuck you calling me for, getting crazy? I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I got money to make. I got a son to provide for. You wasting my fucking time. Hung up on that bitch. You know she called me back? Now, I believe I answered and told her. I said I believe, because if this ain't true, then I just didn't answer the phone. Either one works. I believe I told her, again, you are in over your head, and hung up. And now after that, for sure, I know wasn't no more exchange. You want to argue over what? I'm not over nowhere fucking with this man. I don't think about him. I don't. So you know I don't. I'm not sitting up daydreaming about no niggas. Either they gonna do right or they not. What we daydreaming about? That sound like I'm hyping myself up for some shit that don't exist. Either you right or you not. You right for me or you not. That's it. That motherfucker wasn't right for me. I'm not gonna argue about a nigga that's he for the streets. You ain't figured that out yet. You wanna argue over what part of the street you gonna take in this nigga's life? You stupid. You better go figure it out. I ain't fixing to do none of that. But you gotta get up to that point though. Some people get it by the ignorant ass household they grew up in. Observing that, yeah, I don't have no. That's crazy. These two, they out of pocket. I don't want to live like that. It's a lot of drama. So you grow up, you be like, I ain't on that tip. Or life hits you upside your head and you realize, either one works. But I'm just telling you how I respond. Arguing with people. Now, I watch two motherfuckers argue. And I will watch the little clips and these blogs with the what's them ridiculous shows on Zeus Network where they meet up and they just be fighting for no real reason at all other than ignorance. Yeah, I'll watch a clip of that. I ain't gonna turn it on. I ain't gonna subscribe to the network for it. Listen, let me tell you something. One of my kids got the subscription. The one that's old enough to have it. Because the mother two, they still, I mean, they ain't got long to be grown, but I don't think they need to be watching no shit like that. That's my opinion, but different people have different opinions. Anyway, the one that can have it had that stupid ass subscription. So I goes to watch the Aunties podcast with Carlissa, Tia, Kemp, and Tokyo Tony. And I don't know why I was thinking, even though I know for sure Tokyo Tony is like a rabid dog, right? Like, I'm commenting, Tony, I don't want no smoke. I'm commenting in regards to what you show us on social media. I don't know you personally. So, personally, you could be a totally different person. But from what I see on the screen, this motherfucker right here is unhinged and need a tetanus shot and a rabies shot. But for some stupid ass reason, I thought the three of them would be able to. And Tia got a mouth like a whole war, like World War III or some shit. I don't know. Tia Kim, her mouth crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Leo, and I'm telling you, her mouth crazy. Our mouths are definitely crazy. But I don't come up with so many names and syllables back to back that quickly. Like, she quick with the shit. Like, her mind be on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how quick the shit could be coming out. So, you know, I ain't really on no bullshit. So, or harping on it like that. But when the shit arrives, I watch it. I be thoroughly entertained. I want to let y'all know that. Yeah, I watch that ignorant shit. In whatever dose that I can handle it. If it's some shit across the street that's ignorant, oh, I got all day to watch it. You got all day to show it, I'm here. But if it's some ignorant shit like Zeus Network, no, I got a couple seconds for that shit. So anyway, the Aunties podcast, getting back to it. I'm really thinking that they could still be them while maintaining a conversation and allowing their guests to talk. Oh, that was too much. The ignorance took up the whole shit. There was, And you know, I have to shout out to Tia. And Carlissa will come right behind it. But I'm going to say shout out to Tia for Tia mouth to be crazy. This is how I know Tia is just, it ain't necessarily a show with Tia. It's just Tia. You want that part of Tia, she got it coming. But she know how to be cool. Because she did. I'm telling you, sis was being cool. Like, I think sis at the end of the day is about her money. She gonna talk her shit, run her shit, you know, cut her food down where it hurt and keep it moving. That shit ain't personal. That's just Tia. If you got it for her, she got it for you, you know. And I fuck with it. I'm gonna tell you. Shout out to Tia. Shout out to Kaya. Baby, let me tell you something. I don't give a damn if Kaya is writing it down and reading it when she doing it. The fact that she came up with it is crazy work. Kaya must have a PhD in breaking motherfuckers down. Or is it something above a PhD? I think she's above it or whatever. And she be hitting that gavel simultaneously. Kaya is crazy, and I'm here for it. Baby, They should have an Olympics for talking shit. For real. Because that's an art. And the way that Kaya and Tia do it, baby, they in the Hall of Fame as far as I'm concerned. Tokyo Tony's just crazy as hell. And then she say shit that's funny because we know them crazy motherfuckers exist, right? We all got them in our family. Unhinged. The bitch is just, girl, go sit down. You gonna deny being on drugs, but you steady acting like you own it. I'm not saying you own it, but you act like a crackhead. Sit your ass down. We know that. I'm just, again, I'm not speaking on Tokyo Tony, whatever the fuck her tongue twisting ass name is. I'm not attacking her. I don't know her. I'm just talking about what she shows us as her form of entertainment. Either it's her form of entertainment or reality, right? And it could be both. I'm ignorant as hell and I know people like this shit. So let me, you know what I'm saying? It could be both. But that's what she come across on the screen. Now, what's her name? Shalonda or whatever her real name is. No disrespect. She could be an upstanding citizen that's very proper and minds her fucking business. And you know what I'm saying? And just handle her business. She could be that. I don't know her. But the motherfucker I see on screen, hey, baby, that shit is unhinged. But we know them motherfuckers. We all know somebody like that. Listen, tell the truth or shame the devil. Tell the truth or shame the devil. That's what I'm gonna call this shit. Tell the truth or shame the devil. That's what I'm gonna call this motherfucker right here. Baby. Yep. Now, I hear a lot of people saying they should put Tia and Kaya together. I'm going to tell y'all something. Too much of anything, it's not going to work. Like, okay, for instance, like T.S. Madison and Craig, they're a great combination. They're both shady, but they know how to play that hold and fold game. They know how to keep it balanced. That's what I like about them. There is no way that Tia and Kaya would be balanced. And it's not because Tia can't hold her peace, and I'm not saying Kaya can't either. Because, again, I don't know these people. It's just the fact that when you get that type of energy together, it's explosive. And it always needs to be a balance, guys. I see what you're saying. In an idealistic way, that shit sounds dope as fuck, and I would tune into it. But nah, it's just like these three ladies here, right? Tokyo Tony, it's like she's coming out. They're letting her out the cage. And it's been 72 hours she was in the cage. No food, no water. She's totally delusional. This is the character I see on TV or the fucking phone. I don't know her. Again, she could be an upstanding, perfect, proper, prim citizen. But I'm talking about the character. Motherfucker's like a rabid pit bull bitch. She just come out saying off the wall shit, starting shit. And it's like, Tony, it's, as my husband would say, it's just a Tuesday and here you go. But you got motherfuckers like that. It's just, idealistically, you would think them three would be, oh my God, it's too much. It's too much chaos. And that's what happened. It sonic boomed and Tasmanian devil is way the fuck up out of here. That's what her ass is. Tokyo Tony is the Tasmanian devil in human form. She just speeding and just hitting motherfuckers over and just destroying shit. And that's her. For what we see on the screen. I don't know her. And no disrespect to Black China. I'm just talking. I fuck with it all, but I know when it don't work. Again, I watch crash outs. I'm good with that. Love it. I ain't fixing to be out here crashing out. But everybody's there. Some people see this shit, they internalize, and they become the character of what they see. I don't want nothing to do with any of the results that shit has. Nope. Let's talk about Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams got out there, and this is not to suggest that Wendy Williams is a bad person. I don't feel that way. I'm going to tell you what it looks like and how it comes across, right? But my personal feelings towards it, Wendy Williams did her shit. She was committed, and I fuck with that, right? She was committed. When I first learned there was a Wendy Williams that existed, I was driving to my job at the hospital, and I heard her yip yammering over the radio, talking her shit in the way that Wendy do, in Wendy fashion. And I was like, nah, I ain't interested in this. I don't give a fuck about what none of them fools are doing. Matter of fact, we already know whatever it is scandalous, right? The details is just, the devil's always in the details. But we know whatever she reporting on is a scandal, and I don't give a fuck. See, my scandal was like Dateline, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Unsolved mysteries, and other type of shit. That's mine. All that, that's how I was looking at that shit. But on another note, Wendy Williams, she did her thing, right? She came to you with the mess. How you doing? She came to you with the Wendy bravado, and it was, they out there clapping and shit. Isn't it glitter in the sign or some shit? I don't know. I don't know. It was like Wendy's. It's like Wendy could have her own Barbie doll. Like, she came out there like that, like, how you doing? She sat down with her cup, her tea, and she just really set the shit up, and then she go in on the motherfucker in a Wendy fashion, right? Not a Tia, not a Kaya, but in Wendy fashion. And look what's going on with Wendy, or what was going on. That wasn't favorable, and I'm not saying it's her fault at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying she deserved that. She was talking shit. The point of the matter is, if people didn't, there's always two ways to look at it. I take the approach, I'm not going to be speaking on people's business because it ain't my business, but some people feel like this. If you ashamed of it being out there, don't do it. And you can't say either of them are wrong. So Wendy was doing what she was doing, but that energy has to go somewhere because it was created, and it came right back to her. Now, however it manifests, the devil's is always in the details. Because if you always get to the details, you'll delay moving forward. Just move forward. That shit, the consequences of that shit, it ain't favorable. You ain't gonna like the shit. But we cannot deny that Wendy didn't put her mark and spark on this existence. Two things can be true. That's how I look at shit. It's gotta always make sense in my book. That's all I'm saying. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And as I look out over this view here in South Carolina at Myrtle Beach, as I see the beach, I realize, and I listen to my surroundings, I realize that life goes on. People are always moving. Something's always going on, and hence why we have the expression, the thing that went bump in the night. It's always some shit bumping, even in the night, in the hour that you think that you should be asleep or everyone should be asleep. People are moving and they're doing something. What they doing? Again, the devil's in the details, but you can bank on somebody's doing something, and somebody could be doing something positive or it's not so positive. That you can bet on. And when you look at life like that, it makes your life easier. Because you deal with what you're working with. A lot of us deal with heartbreaks and aggravation is because we don't deal with what we see and what we're experiencing. We ignore all that for what we want it to be. And you'll always be heartbroken living life like that. You got to deal with what you got. That's the only way you can master it and either know you're going to fix the shit or keep it moving or deal with whatever, however you're going to navigate it. The only way to navigate it clearly with you understanding what the fuck is going on and not sending yourself in a depression, you got to acknowledge what you are dealing with. That's the only way to move. But as a coping mechanism and the fear of acceptance, we try to make things be what it's not. And therefore we be miserable. If you're working at McDonald's, you won't be a millionaire. Not from there. I'm not saying you can't do some other shit and still hit while you toss them fries or order motherfuckers around or direct traffic, whatever you doing. I'm just saying from that shit alone, you're not gonna get no millionaire unless it's some bizarre ass. I say if you become a millionaire out of McDonald's, you have done some kind of enter to the club ritual. Yeah, that's what I think. Cause that shit don't go. So unless it's that, it's not happening. That's dealing with where life is, not where we want it to be. Hell yeah, we would like to go toss some fries and be like a millionaire. That would be great. All I gotta do is serve these people. I understand when these people acting crazy, cause I know the crazy that lies within me. I get it. I know why they could. I know all the reasons why they could be acting a damn fool. I'm gonna deal with it accordingly. I'm gonna let them act a fool, and I'm just not gonna react to it. And therefore, they got to be them, and I got to be me too. And it would be so great if I could become a millionaire, but no. That's what you got, baby. Wanting cheaters to be non-cheaters, that's something that's idealistic for you. That's a fantasy, and that's delusional. They're cheating. They be cheating, baby. They be cheating. It's not about you. They just cheat. That's what they do. And if you're a non-cheater, you gotta go with the non-cheaters, unless you like cheaters. And if you like cheaters, why complain? Feel me? Because cheaters gonna cheat. Liars gonna lie. People that steal, they gonna motherfucking steal and steal real good. They might steal your drawers, bitch. Okay? And people, well, that take people out the game. My only thing for you is to stay away from the people. I don't know. I can't tell you in every instance how you can always come out on top. I could say stay connected to within and the God self. You know what I'm saying? To move accordingly. But I can't really give you no percentages. But keep your motherfucking ass away from the people, because that's what they do. And the list go on. As I look out from my view over Myrtle Beach, I realize that life still goes on. And the only way to cope with life, because even shit is always moving, that's where they came up with the term, the thing that goes bump in the night. So when you feel that you should be sleeping, there's always something going on. You know this. You know life goes on. Your job is to choose whether you want to do it in peace as much as possible, or you won't have it. But getting back to the Aunties podcast, so these three motherfuckers, can't no conversation be had because Tasmanian over here is Tasmanian. She doing her shit. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to have a conversation through that. You can't. And T is trying to be diplomatic. And Carlissa trying to be cool too. But you know Carlissa, like, you ain't got too many more of them. Because she's a Leo. And you know what I'm saying? Like, Leos, it's just enough said. It's not something that needs to be talked about. You know it. We like to hold our peace. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't like all that shit. It's unnecessary. It's just that when we talk and tell the truth, people think we like coming with the smoke. No, we just saying stuff that you're not usually hearing. So it sounds very harsh. It sounds combative. It sounds aggressive. It sounds like an attack. No, I'm just telling the truth. Yeah, that's it. We just throwing the truth out there. I don't feel no type of way. You cool with me? Either I'm going to fuck with you or I'm not. It's just that simple, but... Tokyo Tony, the tongue twister, tight ass name. She over there Tasmanian, and Tia like, can we just do the show and get this money? Cause I ain't got to pull my shit out the bag. I already know I'm the shit. I already know I've won, bitch. Can we just get through this to get this check? Cause I'm about my money, bitch. Now, if I got to bring it, I'm ready. Tia stay ready, baby. You can tell. I could tell it in her hair follicles that she stay ready. I could look at Tia's facial structure. And no, I can look at The design of the way the creator made her mouth. I can tell she stayed ready. That's observation. And she know it. And she confident in it. That's why she don't be doing all that. Her thing is, let's get to the money. I do this for me. I don't do this for y'all for real. I do this for me, and there happen to be a fucking camera and a social media platform that'll allow me to do it. And baby, that's what I'm doing. That's Tia. Tia, like, I'm trying to get my money. Y'all ain't, bitch. I'm about to argue with you. When I open this mouth, bitch, it's getting paid. Because it's worth getting paid for. And she motherfucking right. And Carlisa is being a Leo. It's not no, we us. I can't really put it in the category, but we us. And, we chilling, whatever, fuck all that. I'm here for the money and I'm here for the show. But, bitch, you can only Tasmanian and be so disrespectful for you. Yeah. I was like, this shit, I couldn't watch this another season. I couldn't get 5 minutes into that shit, y'all. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. I couldn't get past 5 minutes. I tried. I kept trying to come back, but... And then they threw Jocelyn on there. They threw Jocelyn with the Tasmanian devil. And I think... Now, okay, listen. I got a theory. And I could be dead ass wrong. We just hypothesizing right here about how that shit went on. Because nothing about that, all of them with Jocelyn makes sense. It does. Idealistically, it sounds great. It sounds like ratings off the chart. But in reality, that mixture of chaos, and everybody has a difference. Their chaos is different, but it's still chaos. And when it's activated, baby, what? They put fucking Jocelyn on the show. But here's my theory, y'all. And I could be wrong, but just stall me out. As Ice Cube said on Friday, stall him out. Debo was ignorant. I was like, why don't somebody just whoop Debo's ass or take him up out? What? I'm sick of Debo. He disrespectful as fuck. You just think you entitled to everybody's shit, bitch, and you riding around on somebody else's bike? This is how you move around. You stealing shit and riding a bike. I mean, idealistically, but in reality, that shit is ridiculous. Get this nigga out of here. But anyway, we not talking about that. Friday was good as fuck. Had me rolling. I remember when I seen that as a kid. I think Ice Cube could have continued with that. I think Chris Tucker would have to come back, though. I'm going to be honest. I know Chris Tucker don't want to do it, or he want to act like he ain't on that tip, or whatever's going on with Chris Tucker. I don't know. Only he knows what's going on in his mind, but I'm going to need him to quit playing with himself and the rest of us and get in this another movie. Friday, whatever the fuck. Whatever one we on now. The 4th, I don't know. Run that shit back. And I was sick of that crackhead Ezel. It's just like, okay. But yeah, all the stereotypes was in that bitch, but it was good. Anywho, Jocelyn though. So this is my theory. And again, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying this is my theory. I feel like Jocelyn sat down with them and she was absorbing the Tasmanian devil's energy, but directed it towards Carlissa. Because whatever the fuck Carlissa was saying, it wasn't. I guess maybe because I'm a Leo and I'm looking at another Leo, I kind of get it. And it was just like, what set this off here? You had to have some smoke already ready for me. She had that chimney smoke. Jocelyn came. I like Jocelyn. But Jocelyn off the chain, baby. It is what it is. Jocelyn is off the charts. You don't take Jocelyn. And Jocelyn can have sense, though. That's the crazy part, because I've seen it. I've seen her have sense. It's not that she's not capable, but she let that other side just run rampant, And I'm just going off what I'm shown on TV. I don't know Jocelyn Hernandez in person. I've never spent the night over her house. I haven't paid a bill for her. I don't know shit about her. I'm just telling you what I see on TV. That's what I think. I think Jocelyn absorbed that energy from Tasmanian Devil, a.k.a. Tongue Twister, Tokyo Tony. Did she direct it? Because what else was she going to do? Ain't nobody got rounds and rounds and rounds to go with Tasmania. No, that's too much. I'm going to drain too much of my energy because me as a Leo, We gonna have to show up and show out, because at this point you got me in the mode. I didn't want to be here, but now I'm in here. And then I'm matching energy with all that. No, that's too much. That's exhausting. We gonna need days to sleep. I'm not. We gonna put the power out on this block with all that shit. All that energy, we gonna knock the motherfucking power out. Jocelyn has sense, because she knew I ain't gonna fuck with that. And Tia, Jocelyn mouth came. Listen, as crazy as Jocelyn mouth people think he is, it ain't nobody fucking with Tia. I'm not, you not. Tia is in her own lane, honey. That's some kind of deity shit. Like, there's a deity out there that talks shit, and Tia is channeling that motherfucker, because Jocelyn was, so only person she was gonna go for was the least of the three evils, because with Leo chilling. Leo ain't coming with it unless she got to come with it. So yeah, she threw it to Carlissa. That's why I'm saying you can't have all that chaos in one room. They couldn't even do a motherfucking show. And by the time they got to the show, and then Tokyo Tony wanted to try to go out and be the peacemaker. She the peacemaker? Okay, Tony. All right, Tasmania. You know what? I'm not no doctor, but the character that we see on TV, aka Tongue Twister, Tokyo Tony, needs a diagnosis. We need to diagnose these characters we're watching on too. It brings forth awareness, I think. It helps people be aware. We need to know whatever that shit is going on. And it's not what I'm calling it. That's just my own ignorant ass diagnosis. Tasmanian devil type energy. I don't know what that shit is, but I'm sure it has some kind of clinical diagnosis. And we need to know what it is. She went out and went to play Peacemaker. Y'all, that's crazy work. So when they did get back to the show, I still don't think they did it. Or what did she? Oh, well, maybe. Yeah, I think she did go out to be Peacemaker, and she did with Big Frida was not fucking with them. Okay, Big Frida was like, I ain't come here for all of this. Y'all can be y'all, but y'all over the top. This ain't good money. This ain't making no sense. It's time for me to leave. It's no reason for me to be here. It's not good math for me. It doesn't benefit me for this shit. So I think Tokyo Tony ran out and tried to bring. Tokyo Tony wears many hats, and this is why I say, what is the diagnosis? The character on TV we see, tongue twisting ass Tokyo Tony. As I look over the balcony in my view and I see the ocean, I am reminded that life still goes on. We gonna tell the truth and shame the devil, because even when you feel that you should be sleeping, there's someone moving. Hence why we have the expression, the thing that goes bump in the night. Something is always going on. And the thing becomes, what side are you on? Are you the chaos? Or are you just is? You just I am. Are you on the I am side of things, or are you on the chaos side? They're both part of I am anyway. It's just, but they have been split off to do two different things and operate differently. Which one do you want? That's what you gotta think about. You gotta think about how much of the consequences are you willing to endure, and are you willing to endure those type of consequences for a lifetime? That's my question I leave you with. Thank y'all for listening.